everyone, it's Anne here, or as my daughters call me, the mother lode. What I have here is what I call a stained glass window tag, and I hope you can see that because it's a real window. It goes right through the tag with the lovely colours like a church stained glass window. The die I've used for this is this one. And in the case of the tags, it's easy enough to cut out the die on the card with the Big Shot when it's a tag. But I was wondering how I could do it in a journal where the pages are fixed. So this is what I've come up with for that. This is just a little notebook, but it can be any journal. It can be one that's wire bound like this, or it could be a stitched one, or a soft cover. Whatever your journal is, you can adapt this to it. And what I'm going to do is take a pencil and a ruler and just draw a line about an inch or so in from the spine. And then when I've done that, I'm going to cut that off. Like that. So what I'm left with is this little piece of attached page. We'll put that to one side for a minute while we do the other bit, the colouring of the window. For that you're going to need a cellophane bag. And I'm just going to split it into its two parts by trimming around it. Like that. So I've now got two pieces of cellophane. On this one I'm going to apply some alcohol inks. And just put a few drops down. A little goes a long way with this. I'll just spread that out a bit. Like that. And then I'll add a couple more colours. And one more. Okay. I just love how that does itself. Alright, I need to put this over here to dry. On the second piece I'm going to stamp an image. And I've got here some black archival ink and a stamp that's got swirls and leaves on it. Just ink up the stamp and press it down. There. Okay. Now you have to let that dry, and you need to let your alcohol inks dry because they will react with one another if they're not. But once they're dry, you can take the images and sandwich them together like that. Now go back to the book, and I cut two pages the same size as the page was originally before I trimmed it off, and I've run them through the Big Shot with the die, and I want it in the bottom right hand corner, and I did them at the same time, so I've got the cut out in exactly the same place on both pieces. Okay, so I'm going to take one piece and some glue, and I'm going to glue it onto the little piece of page that we trimmed off. And line it up and then put that little bit of page back down like that. And I'm going to get some glue and put some glue around the cutout. Like that. I'm going to take my stamped stained glass bit and I'm going to trim it down slightly. That's the size it needs to be. So I'm just going to eyeball it and just cut it down so it's bigger than the actual die cut. But I haven't got so much of the bag to play with. And then I'm just going to pop that down over there. Take my other piece of card, make sure I'm going to put the glue on the correct side. Go around the image. And I'll do around the edges on this piece. Okay. And I'm going to stick this one over the top. If you lift it up a bit so you can let the light through it, you'll be able to see where to line it up to. And once you're happy with it, you can press it down. Okay, and so there we have a stained glass window. We just need to put the frame back on. These are the pieces that were cut out originally. I'm going to put some glue on. I'm going to use my finger. And then I'm going to slot that back into the hole of the die cut. And then I'm going to do the same on the other side. Okay, so we have a window. You can see that. Just wave it about a bit, it might catch the light. Alright, so that was my take on being able to do it in a journal. The tag, you do it exactly the same way. Cut out 2 tags, take your die, and you can run those through the big shot. And then make up a bag and do exactly the same with the tag as you did with the book page. Okay, well I think that's about finished that. I just think they're so pretty. You don't have to use a window die shape, you could use any die shape to do it. In fact, I did one at the back here earlier. There's just a punch, I just used a punch and punched a circle out and put a little bit of the stained glass cellophane paper in between 2 pages Hope you have fun doing yours, and I'll see you again very soon. Thank you for watching. Bye.